Or the conflict analysis portion. Hi, everyone. Today I'll be talking about Planet of the Apes by Pierre Bouley. The main conflict in this part of the novel is the explorers trying to survive and understand a planet that seems almost identical to Earth, but turns out to be very different. At first, everything looks familiar. The air is breathable. There are forests, rivers, animals, and even people, and etc. Because of that, the explorers believe they have found another version of Earth. As they explore more, they realize something isn't right. The humans they meet don't communicate the way they expected. Nova and other people act more like wild animals than civilized humans. Even though they look just like humans, they don't seem capable of reasoning and speaking. The conflict becomes even more serious when the humans destroy the explorers' equipment and capture them. I thought this conflict was really interesting because the explorers kept making new discoveries that completely changed what they believed. Every time they thought they understood the planet, something happened that surprised them. That kept me interested because I wanted to know what was really going on in the story personally. The character analysis portion. The character I connected with the most was Ulysses. I like that he stayed calm and curious. Even when things become more dangerous, instead of panicking, he kept trying to understand the strange world around him. He paid attention to the small details and wanted to learn why everything on the planet seemed so different from Earth. The other characters that stood out to me was Nova. When the explorers first met her, she's described as an incredibly beautiful, and at first they expect her to speak and communicate with them. Instead, she reacts more like a frightened animal. She makes strange sounds, avoids eye contact, and doesn't understand their attempts to communicate. Nova confused me because she looked completely human, but her behavior was completely different. I think Pierre Boulez used her character to show that appearances don't always tell the whole story. For my passage analysis portion, the passage I chose when the explorers discovered the human footprint near the lake. The passage goes, "There beneath the searching rays was the print of a human foot." I chose this passage because I think it's the first major turning point in the story. Before the moment, the explorers knew the planet looked similar to Earth, but they didn't know whether the humans actually lived there. Finding the footprint changes everything. It gives them hope that they may or that they might have meet intelligent life, but it also creates a mystery because they have no idea who left it, when it was left, or who it was left by. The passage also connects them to the main conflict. The footprint makes the explorers believe they'll find people just like themselves. Instead, they discover humans who behave in other ways that people thought they would never expect it to. That contrast between expectation and reality becomes one of the biggest themes in the novel. I also think this passage is important because it builds suspense. As a reader, I wanted to know who the footprint belonged to and what kind of civilization exists on the planet. When Nova finally appears, she answers one question, but it creates many more. I'm sorry. Overall, I think Pierre Boulle does a great job building mystery. Every chapter introduces something unexpected, from the bottle floating through space to discovering a strange planet and meeting Nova. Even though this is a science fiction story, it also makes readers think about intelligence, civilization, and how easily we judge others based on appearances. So far, I think Planet of the Apes has been one of the most suspenseful stories we've read because it keeps making you question what will happen next in the near future and what the explorers will discover. Thank you.